all-new Evolution 10 MR is the latest and greatest, well, evolution of Mitsubishi's much-loved and respected performance icon. Now, certainly, redesigning the Halo car in your lineup is no easy task. Mitsubishi recognized this and decided to test the waters before committing to the design of the Evo 10 by producing a show car, the Concept 10, to judge the public's reaction. That concept was an absolute home run, leaving Mitsubishi with a clearly defined next step: building it. Well, they did, and the end result, as you can see, is pretty true to the concept version. Okay, so the wheels are smaller and the greenhouse is a bit taller, but the overall look of the show car is there, and in fact, some of the details, such as the flared fenders, are actually better resolved on the production car than on the show car. We'll start at the back with the feature that says Evo more than any other, the rear wing. Normally, throwing a massive wing on the trunk lid would leave you with an imbalanced car aesthetically from front to rear, something like the automotive equivalent of a mullet, business in the front, party in the back. But as we'll see when we get around to the front, it's quite aggressive on that end as well. So it works because it balances out the front and because it's a signature element of past Evos. Continuing in the back, we find twin exhaust outlets for the first time on an Evo, contained within a blacked out diffuser. It looks great, and combined with the scowling taillights, it continues the aggressive attitude of the car. Around the side, it's harder to hide the Lancer origins of the Evo. It's a little tall and the wheelbase is a bit short, but being based on what is essentially an economy car, that's what you're going to end up with. But the clever designers at Mitsubishi have drawn our attention away from its profile with some nice details, such as the 18-inch forged BBS wheels and the super clean rocker panel extensions that hunker the car down visually. However, one definitive negative mark for the design team is the Maytag lint filter used to cover the front fender vents. Come on guys, you can do better than that, I know you can. Let's move on to the front of the car. One of the most important elements of a car's design, the front graphics are made up of the headlights, air intakes, side markers, etc., and their overall arrangement. A car's front graphics can be likened to a person's face, and in this case, no surprise, we see an angry, aggressive face with scowling headlights and a big gaping intake. By the way, you'll notice that the bumper intersecting the intake is always blacked out no matter what the color of the car. One last detail that deserves mention is the roof. You'll notice there are two ridges there, which we didn't see on the concept version. They could simply be there to add some structural stiffness to what is essentially a thin piece of aluminum, but what I want you to notice here is the attention to detail. Great subtle surfacing. Again, well done, Mitsubishi. To sum up, my conclusion is that the design of the Evo 10 MR is quite successful. It feels honest in its various elements, wings, scoops, vents, all functional. It's cohesive, making perfect sense from front to back, and it's very much in keeping with the Evo's performance heritage. In fact, it's a strong enough design that Mitsubishi seems to be adopting it as the company's new design language, as evidenced by its latest concept cars which feature many of the Evo's characteristics. Now, whether it's successful or not remains to be seen, and as always, only sales will tell. I'm Emile Bure, OnCars.